Okay, I'm Henry.
Hi, my name is Paige. I'm 16.
I'm 16.
My childhood was good. I had lots of fun, but it was quite rocky at times. Building up to when my mum was hospitalised, she became very erratic. We didn't really know what was going on. She wasn't herself.
It was more like a gradual shift in time, but probably when she first checked into the mental ward, it really clicked,
My great-gran had just died. It was just very sudden. We didn't know what was going on.
She was dealing with alcoholism at the time too, and everything just went downhill from there, and she got into the mental ward, and that's all I knew. It was like a blur to me. My impression of her was really wilted by this experience.
I was inspired to start the self-esteem team having experienced my own troubles growing up and not having the right information that I could relate to.
I don't think I could have done anything. I was pretty powerless, and I wanted to be numb to everything, basically. It was like a very Kafkaesque situation. I just wanted to avoid it.
We don't just work with students, we work with parents and teachers as well for what we call a whole school approach.
I spoke to my pastoral manager about it. I said that my mum's in hospital, and she said, okay, and it was never spoken about again. We felt quite alone.
I guess I didn't really see her as like a really strong person. Like she was more human, more flawed to me. My dad, he was always quite frantic, and he didn't really treat the situation well, I don't think.
There can often be what's called role reversal. So the child becomes the parent and the parent becomes the child. And this gives huge responsibility to the young person. So they essentially cut themselves off from friendship circles.
Music helped me through it quite a lot, to be honest. I would just hide in my bedroom and stuff, and my parents were constantly arguing, so I'd hear sounds of them arguing outside.
I didn't enjoy being at school. I was constantly worrying, and I started to have lots of days off.
I'd say I wanted to be in school more, because I kind of wanted to run away from my home life, and I wanted to be involved in school affairs more. I just want life to go on as normal, but of course it didn't. Just went topsy-turvy really quickly.
I think it would have been helpful for me to speak to somebody at school, because it would have made me want to go into school more. They just need to pay a bit more attention to the students, because it's not always the students that are making a ruckus or being loud. It's sometimes the students who don't say anything at all.
So many people suffer in silence or slip under the radar and aren't recorded.
I just wanted people to think that I was having a normal life. So I just kept all these feelings bottled inside of me and just suppressed them. My mom has been home for 2 years now, and she has been dealing with pretty well, and she hasn't had any significant relapses or anything, so it's good. I don't think I'll ever fully comprehend what happened, but I think I'm more aware of her situation and the full scope of it.
I was really relieved when I got the call saying that my mum was home. She contacted her doctors and said would they be able to speak to us. For me, it helped to speak to somebody, because I was able to say things that I didn't realise I was thinking.
Mental health conditions are a lot more universal, and there will be someone out there who can understand, or someone out there who is going through a similar thing and has perhaps come out the other side or has good advice that might be able to help you.
I think it's a good thing I see my mom as more human, although the crisis wouldn't be the best way of teaching that to me,
I think my mum's experience has taught me to take a step back and think about myself more, not to be so selfless.
If I was giving someone advice who is going through this, I would say find someone you can really open up to, because I didn't at the time.
Be patient and realise it's not your fault, it can't be helped.
It's not always the first person that you reach out to that's necessarily the one you're going to connect to or knows how to help.
I only really found out I needed to open up to someone years later, because I have a friend like that now, and it's been a really good thing in my life.
So keep going, keep trying. There's no one size that fits all.
It will take time for things to get better.
Even the strongest people can break down sometimes.
And if it takes a few people, that's fine, that's normal. You're doing better than you think.